did not do anything, like people say, like I explained earlier. My party, People's Democratic Party, have sent my name formally to INEC. And INEC also, in obedience to the court judgment, has published my name and treated me as candidate. And my party is working with me as a candidate. And there's nothing extraordinary INEC did or the court did. It's not like Okachugu was a candidate of the court or anything before. I participated in the primary. I bought the form, paid 10 million to my party, went through the screening went through the primaries, and then I came second in the primaries. And then the person that came first, something happened. So, like I said, there's an internal issue of the party, and I don't want to dwell there. But all I'm trying to say is that INEC did not do anything extraordinary. My party has sent my name with my deputy. INEC has published my name as the candidate of the party. And then the rest is now history and internal issue of the party. So it's not about INEC. My party is solidly behind me, and they were working together with the governorship election come November 16, 2013. So there's nothing extraordinary my INEC have done. It's about the party primaries. It's about who emerged from that primaries. It's about what happened after. So I think that's not the issue now. We have moved beyond that. What our major concern now is how to put our house together. We're talking with former aspirants and then other people together to win the state, because actually Anambra State is a PDP state. The only thing is that other issues have been playing about, but this time is entirely different. And that we're going to take over the power and be in the mainstream of Nigeria, because if the governance in the central is PDP, it will be better, the frontline state in Igbo land, Anambra, to be a PDP state.
All right, tell us, if you will, when you say you're working together with some members of your party, are you working together with Mr. Tony Nwoye and Senator Andy Uba in this particular race?
I think there's no personal issue as per Tony Nwoye or Andy Uba. I think what personal is about PDP. Everyone wants PDP to win. Whether it's Okachuku, whether it's Tony Nwoye, whether it's Andy Uba, we want PDP to be in the hemisphere in the state. It's not going to be a one-day thing, but what I can say to you that head or tail, we must work for PDP to win. So it's a starting process, and it will end well at the end of the day. But be it as may, I think what concerns PDP now is how we're going to win the state. And then for our people who has been suffering for over 12 years now, they've been out of power. The people from the grassroots, from the world to the local government to the state, they are more concerned for PDP to win. And I think they are working hard to see that happen. That is President Kachugu. I mean, that has not even made any difference. We want to win, and that is our motive, and that's our desire, and that's the driving force, and we must win. And then that's the major issue.
All right. I mean, some people will be concerned, just as some of us are, as regarding what the situation in the internal politics of your party is. I would just like to stay just for a moment on it, and so that you can clear the air about some of these issues. It is no news, again, that there was a kind of fight that broke out at the PDP National Conference convention that we saw in Abuja. And one may wonder that a party that is coming out to campaign to seek for the votes of the people of Anambra State, people will want to know how far you have been able to go in resolving the crisis that has engulfed your party in the past months.
Well, it's not about the crisis or whatever. The ability for party to manage the internal crisis and move forward is what makes them better and better. Other parties have their own problem here and there. It's not only a PDP as per se. Apuga had their own problem from the national to the state, even the primary issue, even at the time court ordered there should be two candidates. And at the same time also, APC had their own problem. They fell of their own share of the cake. Recently we had a letter written by one of the national officers saying he's not supporting ABCD. So it's an internal issue, and then all that matters is that when it is an internal issue of the party, then you manage it and move forward. And I think where we are today is that we're advancing, we're moving forward, and that's the most important thing.
Okay, tell me, if you will, Mr. Okachuku, with what we have seen so far in your party, we know in the history of Anambra politics, starting from 1999 thereabout, we've seen that PDP, how strong PDP was. But this time around, do you think that your party has any kind of leverage, or does it have a stronghold in the state? Well,
let me just say this. If you take a cue from the past election, the House of Assembly and national election that was just conducted just a few months back. You know, if you take a cue from there, you know, like a year or two ago, you realize that out of the three senatorial seats, PDP won 2. Even when there was a repeat election in one of them, PDP still won the election, irrespective of the incumbency and all the things people are talking about. All I want to say to you is that sometimes some party overblow their popularity. But in Anambra State, I want to say to you, till today, PDP controls the affairs of the state. What normally happened before now is not the same issue now. Before now, you know that we normally get divided to an extent that we start taking other parties to run against each other. But this time around, all of us are still one. We're still in the same party, talking within the same party, doing everything we're doing within the same party. Andoba is still in PDP, Tony Way in PDP, and me that as a candidate is still in PDP. So that makes us still very strong, and that makes us very resolute because we want PDP to take over the state. It has been to the disadvantage of PDP that other people have imagined when we begin to fractionalize ourselves in different parties. So they are not the same thing. PDP is still in charge. We are still in control of affairs. Talk about popularity, talk about acceptability, talk about followership, talk about men of honor and integrity. People who has impacted, you know, so much in the life of the people. If you talk per, you know, cluster of people, I think PDP have greater number of such people. So we are not really deterred. It's going to be a work, but I think there's no party that can beat their chest and say that PDP is not top. We are top. Other people are contending with us. We are not contending with them. We are running the race. Other people are running behind us. Because, put it anywhere, anyhow, if we are not party in power and we're able to achieve that much, what will happen now?
It seems you are so confident, Mr. Okachukwu, in this particular race. You're not even considering the incumbent party, ABGA, not even the APC, where we have someone like Senator Chris Ngige, not even Labour Party, where we have a popular Ifan Yuba. It seems you are so confident. What gives you this confidence?
Well, I felt such confidence because, one, God is one that gives power. Having known that, I look at the antecedent and the things, the past record that has been there before now. You'll be able to see from all indication that every indices pointed to the fact that PDP is a party to beat any day, any time in Anambra State. I don't want to undermine anybody's chances for their popularity. But I think when we, that are the politicians and people who are running the election, we all know our weaknesses and our point of strength. And if we actually know, everybody, if we are honest about it, we're able to know. Yes, there's APC, but the concentration of APC is more in Central. Even in Central, it's fractionalized, it's balkanized. You see PDP, you see APOGA, you see APC, and then there'll be a bit of Labour Party. Then when you come generally in the state, yes, there's an APOGA, but I've told you before, APOGA benefits mainly from PDP's fractionalization. But this time around, it's no more like that. And at any point in time, anybody that has emerged as a governor in Anambra State has emerged on the back of PDP. So it's not about being too much confidence. It's about facts and figures. It's about what is on ground. Yes, all the parties have done their rallies. But wait, PDP is coming up with the model of all rallies. We are not buying crowd. We are not crossing crowd. It is our people, our supporters, who, and of course, knowing very well, my brother, that party that is not in power, being able to muster that crowd in a state where the party, the government is not PDP, you should give them credit. You'll be able to say that actually, they're actually what they say they are.
All right, with what we have on ground and what we have seen so far in this particular election, I'd like to ask you, do you have what it takes to be the governor of Anambra State?
Well, I think my people have assessed me and they'll be able to say much about me. But like what I say, talking is cheap. Somebody can say I can build 25-story building. It's a 1-minute talk, but it might take like over 5-10 years to do. Apart from the time you take to do, you need architect, you need engineer, you need other laborers, workers, you need other things to put together to get it done. So it cannot be one man affair. So you can see, to say it is easier. What if you don't get an architect? Okachukwu Prince Nicholas is not saying to Anambra, I will build road. I have built road. I am the only contestant or the only candidate in this race who has done asphaltic roads in different places in my town. The road that leads my town was tarred with money, asphaltic concrete with 2-side drain and the street lights. And this was my money, personal effort. I'm doing that. Outside Anambra State government,